talk about some specific dinosaurs. The first one I want to talk about is this one right here. This was known as a Velociraptor, and they actually had a really sharp toenail, and they were really smart. They hunted in packs. In fact, I have a copy of an actual fossil. So this is a mold of a real fossil, and this is a Velociraptor's toenail. That's scary, right? So these dinosaurs were relatively small. They were only about 6 feet from the tip of their nose to the tip of their tail. Something fairly interesting, though, is they had feathers. All right, so I got my parrots out. This is Melvin, and behind me right there is Murphy. Something interesting about birds, paleontologists and scientists now believe that a lot of the dinosaurs were more closely related to birds instead of reptiles. Some of them even had feathers, like a Velociraptor. All right, the next dinosaur I want to talk about is the Triceratops, this dinosaur right here. It actually had 3 horns, 1, 2, 3, and tri means 3, so Triceratops. It also had flat teeth, so as we know, that was an herbivore. It also had this very cool frill right here. This was designed as protection against a specific dinosaur, and that dinosaur was Tyrannosaurus rex. Now, if the Triceratops was on this side of the T-Rex, probably a pretty good chance. This side for the T-Rex, not such a good chance. So to give you an idea of the size of this dinosaur, I have a drawing from a trace fossil left by a Triceratops, and that's a footprint. Take a look at the actual size of this dinosaur's foot. All right, the next dinosaur I have is a favorite of a lot of people, and that is the Tyrannosaurus rex. Look at those sharp, sharp teeth. Oh, obviously a carnivore. So they had these big, strong legs. They had a very strong tail, obviously a strong, strong bite, and then teeny tiny arms. Very strange, right? So there's an activity you can actually do at home to test out what it would be like to have a T-Rex set of arms. And you'll need something kind of long. I'm using a PVC pipe. You could use a broom, you could use a yardstick, and you'll also need a ball. So let's see what I'm talking about. Okay, so how big was T-Rex? This is a copy from an actual fossil of a T-Rex tooth. Look at the size of that. It is enormous. Clearly a carnivore. Okay, so from the tip of their nose to the tip of their tail, about how big was the Tyrannosaurus rex? They were actually 20 feet. Sometimes 30, but mostly average around 20 feet. So what does that look like? How big is 20 feet? All right, our next dinosaur is the Brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus was a sauropod. You might also know them as a long neck. Why do you suppose they had this really long neck? Right, same reason that a giraffe did, so they could eat certain leaves out of the trees. They had big flat teeth, so they were an herbivore. Now I have an actual fossil. This is a real fossil. This was found with a sauropod, and it is probably around 125 or so million years old. So what do you suppose this was? It was actually found in their stomach. So herbivores have a tendency to also eat rocks. So the dinosaur was eating this rock. They're known as gastroliths. These rocks aid in digestion. So if you had a bunch of rocks in your belly, they could smash into each other and help grind up all of those leaves and grass. So a real fossil. Gastrolith. All right, so how big was a Brachiosaurus? So from the tip of their nose to the tip of their tail, what would be your guess? They were 100 feet. What does 100 feet look like? Check it out.